Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the edge of the screen. Of course, I'm just joking. We're playing as this thing here in green, and we're underneath the Empire of Tibet. Soon, Tibet will be ours, and of that I have absolutely no doubt. So what are we doing in this episode? Well, what happened last episode? We got a nice shiny new classics of poetry from the Chinese person who wanted our I believe it was a Slavic prisoner that I don't know why we had. The only explanation I can think of is he was a mercenary hired by the person that we were just at war with, the former owner of this kingdom here. Let's go and check our history. Yeah, you... Oh, this is weird. It says no holder, and then it says on the same day we created it. That is little weird, actually. Anyway, don't worry about that. We control all of this. We did a bit of vassal management. We went ahead and gave away our starting province of Nimia here to our court guru, who I have allowed to marry my daughter, who absolutely hates me. Speaking of daughters, we have a daughter down... Is it you? Down here? Yeah, I think it's you. Is it? You hate me. You're my rival. I'm sure it's you. You're my daughter, but you're not my public daughter. You think these two people are your parents, but no, actually, I had intercourse with your mother. That is the best insult ever. Alright, in all seriousness, we need to wait until our levy comes back, because right now we don't have that many men. Well, we do, I guess. Let's see. There's actually no negative modifiers. I'm looking for a red cross on these provinces like this. Red swords over each other that says new administration or recently conquered. We don't have any of those, so that means what do we need to spend our time working on is making sure we have money and upgrading all of our holdings. Right now, the province of Diskit, the county capital here, would like a upgrade. We want to increase our castle town, so what we need is we need to improve our castle walls before we get castle town. So we're going to do that. We're going to wait for a while until we're not the heir to anything. That's unfortunate. Take a look at our internal vassals. So we own this and this. Ungari is pretty powerful, although right now it's owned by this little dude here, who only has one province. And he has two vassals, Rutog and Saka. Saka is owned by my son, whereas Rutog is owned by this dude. These two people are way more powerful than this one little kid. As you see, he has 500 men. Rutog has actually less, but Taka has 800. So if Taka really wants to, he has a claim on this place down here. Interesting. On my other son? Okay. What duchy do you belong to? Oh, you belong to this duchy. Alright. Well, can't do anything about that, really. I'm gonna... Maybe I can try and take over? You see, did I grant Sakya to someone? I conquered it 755, 1027. I granted it 788. Why did I give that away? I'm sure there was a plausible reason why I gave that away. Not sure. But anyway, I believe I have our... Yeah, there's our diplomat there. Our Lunchen. Trying to fabricate a claim on Perung because there's a trade post slot here. And we want that trade post slot. So let's have time tick on by. The religious control mandate law. Ah yes, I remember that coming through. I was expecting it to pass, because these types of things normally do pass. Normally, there's a tendency for the vassals of a liege, as long as they're not majorly in the, or worshipping another faith, they will normally allow the vassal revocation law. So here we have the start of the Viking Age. The centralization of power in Scandinavia, along with a rapid population expansion, has begun to drive its denizens to look beyond the home shores in earnest. New developments in shipbuilding, an adventurous spirit, and a fearless belief in the gods are now taking Norse seafarers across the sea towards distant lands. They arrive as traders, raiders, and conquerors, and they call themselves Vikings. Fury from the Northmen deliver us. Sorry, from the fury of the Northmen deliver us. Oh, god damn it. I've been reading that wrong this entire time. My wife is pregnant. Excellent. You're my dwarf. I haven't actually had a child with you. Oh man, I am so excited to see what this child comes out as. The peasant of Laze are quite far and spread far apart. My spy master recommends me build a provincial management messenger system. Sure, let's do it. I have the cash. Let's increase the population in Laze here. Increase prosperity, sorry. Oh, it says so right here. Supply limit +1. Supply limits how many men you can have walking through this land. And we have quite a large amount because of that. I don't quite know how... I don't quite know how this maths work. I'm not sure what the +5 +1 +1... I don't know how that equals. That does actually equal 7. Whoa, did I just figure it out? So 7 multiplied by 2 is 14. And then, what's half of 7? Half of 7 is 3.5. Half of 3.5 is 1.75? Well, okay, never mind. I figured out how it works. So, you add up the 5, the 1, and the 1 from base, desert, and messenger stations. That gives you a total of 7, right? Well, multiply that by 1,000 and that's your total supply. And then, of course, the technology level and from own realm bonuses apply to that total supply. So I get it now. Alright, that makes a whole lot of sense. So let's say I want to take a look. The Slavics over here, they have notoriously low supply limit. Let's see if we can find something that's real bad. Anything that's under 1,000? Ah, there we go. Up here in Perm, which is in Eastern Europe and Europe. Basically bordering the Siberian tundra. You see the supply limit here is 828. So we have a total supply of 6,000 here. But there are hostile holdings which reduce it by 10%, and a pagan homeland modifier which technically increases it by 0.12 times. But of course, multiplying something by something less than 1 gives you a lesser value. So, because it's a pagan homeland bonus, that's actually reducing it to 0.82 thousand men that we can send over there. She has more supply limit than we do because it's her own domain. She gets the own territory bonus. Yeah, own realm bonus. There we go. Own territory? Yeah, own realm. Yeah, let's click on me. Own realm. Oh wow, in our capital we get own realm plus 200. Or is that only in our capital holding? I think that's only in our capital holding. I've just learned something new. I expected this to happen, since it's happened so many times in black and white. Anyway. As she is growing older, I can see that Kanasuri could use some guidance in some of my experienced areas. It will require hard work and may not always be appreciated, but this is my chance to make a self-sacrifice for the sake of Kanasuri. Well, she doesn't follow any of these, really. I'd probably say patient, maybe? Nah, I'd say she's pretty impatient. Diligent? Dutiful and diligent? Nah, she's neither of those. She must learn on her own. Alright. Let's get started. It seems like there's a war here. The Tibetan War to make Maharaja Indrayudha the Wise a tributary state. So, our liege is attacking. Which dude? Oh, wow. Yeah, you are attacking this here in red, and you're taking over this here in green now as a tributary state. Which means it'll still remain independent, but the Tibetan name will be covering it, and it will pay our liege taxes. I think you guys are actually pretty rich, aren't you? Oh yeah, wow. You gain 202 ducats a month versus my liege, who gained 185 ducats a month. Wow, that is impressive. Alright, my observatory is finally ready. I wonder what strange things I'll discover. We did that at the end of the last episode. I like to build observatories because it gives you tech points very fast. My Marshal Shridpa has initiated a massive recruitment drive in Jigase. Alright, let's take a look at what's going on in the rest of the world here. This looks interesting right here. You are a Taoist Sogdian. Okay. I can't say I've ever seen that before. Your heir is Muslim, so that seems normal. But you are currently fighting a revolt, huh? What is this revolt? You're defending against the tyranny of Shah Nasir of Sodogna. So you annoyed one of your vassals. Okay, we have another child here, a son. I should have got this prepared between sessions now that I think about it. Let's see, who do I want to tell the story about today? Let's go Orwyn. So, Orwyn, he is a... he's an abomination, that's what he is. From a mechanical standpoint, at least. Spent many nights looking into the stars in your observatory. It's truly fascinating. There are so many questions to ask. How do the stars move, or is there something strange out there? Let's go if there's something strange out there. I love strangeness. So, Orwyn, he takes advantage of the multi-class feature of D&D, which I allow simply because it enables creativity, really. He is a Eldritch Knight fighter, which means he is a fighter that can kind of cast spells. And he is a wild magic sorcerer, which is crazy, and as I mentioned, I love crazy. It is random, it is chaotic, it is perfect. I really should play more of them. What else is he? He is a wizard as well. So yeah, he's got quite a few things going for him. But the other thing is, if you guys have never played any Dungeons & Dragons before, this might not seem quite impressive, but he has the Wand of Orcus. Orcus is a very famous demon lord in Dungeons & Dragons, and he has the Wand of Orcus, which basically means he's got a really powerful weapon on him that he can use to smack people in the face. So the Wand of Orcus, the party found it underneath a settlement by the name of Hanging Settlement, which had a very strange phenomena where undead who wander nearby the village actually regain their sentience and can recall moments of their former life. They regain some semblance of normal functioning. But what happened is there was a force around the area that wanted to break down this peace that was there with the undead and the people living there. Hanging Settlement developed a name for itself among some circles. It wasn't widely known. Well, there were some people far away who knew it, and there still are some people far away who know it. They know it as a place where they can see, potentially, the loved ones after they perish. Are you... Okay, hold on. The Western Protectorate is now Buddhist. Interesting. They're normally Taoist. My vassal priestess Guilmo has expressed her dissatisfaction with your choice of advisors. She claims she is more qualified than the majority of your council, and that she would make an excellent Lonchen. She would be a controversial choice, however. Really? Would she? We have no opinion penalty against female rulers and heirs. Seriously? That would be a controversial choice? We're Buddhist, man. Oh well. Let me take a quick look at how long we've reigned for. 788. We have 5, 6, 7. We have 3 more years before we can change succession law. You need to wait 10 years before you can do that. Anyway. I was talking about Hanging Settlement. What a brilliant idea. Should I have you as my... You know what? Do we have anyone better? No, we don't. Yeah, you'll make a great choice, actually. I'll have you do that, and have you come back to... Was it Purong? I think it might be Purong. Oh yeah, that looked like trade post. Alright. Purong. There we go. Fabricate a claim on that. There was an antagonistic force that was trying to destroy this piece here, because the antagonistic force knew that there was the one Vorkus there. Well, the party didn't. They chased the rumors of these people down to the catacombs, if you will. There are a bunch of catacombs. It was basically like a vast open chasm that had many stone-sealed sarcophagi that held the dead of thousands of people. And there were quite a lot of corpses down there. They went in, they found a cross, kind of, like a crucified person. Oh no, that was on the other side. There's two parts of this. So, Hanging Settlement exists in the real world and inside the dimension that it was in. It gets complicated pretty fast, so I'm gonna be quick about this. They found a person hanging there in the real world, and in the world that they were in, they found a passage. They followed this passage, and they found the Wand of Orcus sitting on a pedestal. My concubine has avoided me for some time now, and the rare occasions when we meet have turned from the nights of passion I remember to evenings of argument and disagreement. Oh no! Oh no, daughter, what are you doing? Are you inbred? You're club-footed. Okay. It did not come to a shock. It did not come as a shock when she told me she no longer loves me, but it hurt more than I thought it would. No! No! We need to fall in love! Come on! One religious conversion, no? Okay. Begun to see some irregular movements in the night sky. Sweet. Also noted that some stars seem to appear and disappear at odd times. You need to study this more. Alright. So, they got the Wand of Orcus from this. The antagonist disappeared because he was only a hologram. The antagonist that they followed there. So he couldn't really interact with anything. He did have a servant come pick up the Wand of Orcus, but he died trying to pick it up. Wand of Orcus is pretty mean. They carried it for a while, and after a while, Wynn decided to attune to this thing. Basically, have it so that he can use the magic of it. Went through a weird power... oh man. Went through a weird moment where he was being attacked and damaged and possessed by this thing. But fortunately for him, the Wand of Orcus was kind of asleep, because Orcus himself is not there. Orcus died like 200 years in the past in my history, in a big event called the Incursion of Orcus. So Wynn attuned to this thing, and since then he's been carrying around this devastating weapon of evil with him, all throughout the land. He is also the favoured of the immortal dragon. He's a warlock as well. Familiar, or Pact of the Chain warlock. That probably means nothing to people who don't play D&D. But basically means he gets a familiar that can follow him around. And special familiar that's better than other familiars. This is my son? No, you're not my son. I don't care about you. Alright. And Wynn carries around a huge, spiky armor set with him wherever he goes. He's pretty funky. He recently went through a character arc where his trainer, his adopted father, yeah, if you will, was found missing. Actually, that was his entire character arc. He decides to leave for Hanging Settlement because he thought his father was there, but they said to go back over into the other direction where he came from. He went back there, found a necromancer. The necromancer had raised his father's body, but had said that the body has no soul anymore. It's not the same father. I need to get my daughter married here. Let's marry you to... I don't know. Let's marry you to this imbecile here. Absolutely. Yeah, there we go. And the necromancer managed to... The party managed to get past the necromancer encounter without any difficulty. The necromancer didn't attack them. He wanted the head of somebody that they had taken, or they had killed beforehand, an infamous pirate called Blackheart. So that he could reattach it to the body and reanimate the corpse. Of course, the party took the head for a bounty because Blackheart was so notorious. So they decided to do the interchange. At this point, they had already worn down their resources, though. So they didn't want to really fight the necromancer. And the necromancer wasn't pushing for a battle either. So that's the story there. Wynn right now is... He's still chugging along. Still going through the character arc, but that's about it. And I think we're at the end of the episode-ish. I'll leave it going for another minute or so. Let's finish this observatory. The research you conduct in your observatory at night is proving deeply fascinating. You could push your studies further, but you'd need to purchase more equipment for it to be meaningful. I must move forward. Let's go ahead and zoom by this place. My son, Prince Wynn Orwin, has got the flu. Oh no. Please no. Your court physician, Muthuchen, had gained widespread reputation after having worked in your court. He is now considered a renowned physician. Oh my... Whoa, ho, ho. Hold on there. Oh, oh, man. Okay, I believe I married Chio off to him when Chio was 16. He is now 67, this man. And he's had 2 children. Wynn Thuchen, who is slow, excellent, and Wynn Licknielkia? I can't tell if there's an L or a K. No, there's no K. I don't know how to pronounce that. Hopefully I don't have to pronounce that name ever again. While attending prayer early one morning, I noticed my brother Jai Ram drowsing off in a seat. Meanwhile, our fellow members of the Savka Sangha are deep in their contemplation and do not seem to have noticed yet. He looks like he could use a nap. As Jai Ram continues his nap, it does not take long before he starts to snore. I discreetly edge away from him, and when he finally wakes up, it is to the faces of disapproval from his companions. How awkward for him. So he gets this modifier, embarrassed believer. My concubine is pregnant, but I was away, wasn't I? Ooh. The Order and Brahma cares much for the souls of our members. As such, we would like to advise you to go on a pilgrimage, since you have not yet done so. Alright, let's agree to take this, and we will end the episode here. Alright, we have another pregnancy on the way, so I wonder if there's another D&D story that I can tell you. I might as well just make a vlog of, like, me talking about my D&D campaign. I'm also in another D&D campaign as well. Of course, due to recent events, I haven't been able to work on either of them or be able to play reliably in the other. But anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. Take care, everybody.